I used to dream of small buildings with hands. Hey. Hello. Dang, 137. You can green screen on Instagram. Yes, you can. You most certainly can. Thank you. Hello, Lucas. I watched that movie, Lucas, because I was like, I want to watch Lucas. Anime Rex. Have you seen Afro Samurai? Watch that. Why are you live on IG? I just don't want to have to deal with the TikTok and having to, because then I get violation guidelines. When I have a place, I'll figure out what to do with the TikTok. But for right now, this is where we're at. Yes, it is dark outside. I wanted to talk about something because it's something that I saw and I understand wholeheartedly, completely. So I don't know, this video came up with Shawty Bay and she was talking about, like, if there's one person you wish you never collabed with, like, and she said she wished she never collabed with someone, and then she asked who it was, and basically it was like Willito or something. And yeah, and then I thought about it. I was like, so it was like, oh, like she fell in love or whatever the case may be. Like, does it really matter though? Because, like, here's the thing, like, I don't know, I've seen some things, but I haven't really seen enough to say. But I do feel like some people could lead people on, and maybe, and even though she was still trying to be friends with him, like, to get to where you are and then ignore people like you never existed is crazy. Trust me. Like, I'm going through situations, but hey, I despise. Anyways, hey. I was talking about Shawty Bay and her talking about how she wished she never collabed with Lito because he acts like he didn't know her, he ignores her. Mind you, who cares if she was in love with him? Like, even if they had a friendship, so what? But to literally sit here and treat someone like they never existed, especially because they gave you their time, their energy, their effort, that is so crazy. No, I don't really want to go back to school. I'm not talking bad about her. I'm just saying I understand. And actually, from my standpoint, like, I'm frustrated. I gave my time and energy to somebody who didn't care, and that's, like, frustrating. Anyways, man, I don't want to say it's drama, but, like, not tea or drama, but, man, this whole situation, and I just, like, how can't really say anything right now, but it's just crazy. I'm a bigot. Okay, whatever, strawberry shortcake. I'm a bigot, then so are you. Because you don't call people out for being bigots. And it's okay if, like, you know what is crazy? Like, it's okay for people to do things and you don't call them out. But when it comes to me, oh, it's an issue, even though I haven't done some of those things. And then you say, oh, well, there's videos, but they're cropped videos. Anyways, I'm not going to argue with people. Like, you let other people be bigots, and it's crazy. You really don't care about the state of the world, or you really don't care about people, because if you cared, then you wouldn't allow certain people to do things. But that's crazy. It's a lot. I'm hurting. My heart is empty. My hole is empty. But it's like I got over it because it's like there's a person can do so much to you before finally you're like no feelings. I did cry. I was hurt. And I'm there are some days where I have a hard time, but then there are some days that I'm like, nah, I'm good off of that, because like you can only hurt a person so much before they have no more feeling whatsoever. And when you do something to someone for like the last time, it's just like, yeah, that's it, I'm good. Like this is the last time you hurt me, like no coming back from that. Like I can't see a person differently. And I'm like, this is what social media wanted. Social media wanted me to be alone. When my mom dies, I don't have anyone. So I've already made a decision, I'm not going to say what that decision is, but it is so crazy that, this is what people wanted. They got what they wanted. Now I didn't have a relationship. Let's just state that. But, it's just ruining things before things happen. And, and then people don't want to take accountability. But, yeah, I really don't know. It was something that happened due to social media. And that's over and done with. And, I'm not talking badly about people, but I don't know. I wish I could say some things because it is messed up. Like, I gave my time, my energy to get played is just messed up. Like, playing in my face. And I would never do that to someone. I would never mess with someone like that. That's horrible. And I never understood things until they started happening, right? Imagine. Anyways. Hi. I'm not even talking about Shorty Bay. Now I'm talking about myself. It was because of social media, and I don't have to explain why. All I had to say is that person told me that I was talking about things on social media when I wasn't. And so, yeah, that's what it was. So, I know, but I'm not sharing anything because it's none of anyone's business. So, yes, it was. Because people don't know how to leave people alone. Trust me, people that worked at the shelter knew who I was from social media, and one person in particular, people become jealous, people become infatuated. Man, it's a scary thing. You may not think so, but yeah, I have some creepy people. So yeah, they become infatuated. They become, I don't want to say obsessed, maybe a little obsessed, but I don't know. It's not good. Like, it's not good at all. And then when people literally say, oh, it was Tophiachu, it was not Tophiachu. Like, I was not dating that person. We were just friends. And because of the whole social media thing, I got blamed for something even though it wasn't my fault. And to literally call somebody that and to literally assume that someone's dating is weird. I was not dating that person. I was literally friends with them. I was not dating anyone, by the way. But that's what happens when you have social media. They, That is so gross. Like, get out of here, bot. You. I used them for rides. I didn't even use them for rides because I could have literally got the bus. How'd I use someone for rides that wanted me to go with them? I'm not dating anyone. So saying dating in a homeless shelter, like, why do you think I was dating somebody? If I was dating someone, you would know. And even if, and I'm literally saying that I was not dating anybody. Andy, go somewhere. Don't you support Pleasant? I mean, ew. or Leslie. Who cares? Like, take the whole thing aside, right? Where everyone's saying, like, well, you was in love with him. Like, so what? Who cares? You're putting your time and energy for someone to treat you like trash. Obviously, been there, done that. Like, hello. Humans are horrible human beings. They treat people like trash. You can't trust anyone. It's like, how am I ever going to trust what anyone tells me again? Because now I lost that trust because of a whole situation. I'm not going to be able to trust another person again when they tell me to my face, because they tell me things to my face and then they lie to my face. You know, it's just so insane. And I'm just saying, like, I've seen it before when people be like, oh, I love you, this and that. You know what I mean? Wow, that was loud. But anyways, you know, saying all of these meaningless things because, you know, whatever the case may be. And then really it's like, F you, I never knew you, and then treat you like trash. That is horrible to do to someone. You know, putting your time and energy in people who don't even who never even really cared about you. They just lied to your face is crazy. How do you process that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm done. I'm like good. For real. And then I can't even, it's trust issues. It's hard to trust somebody. You know? And I'm not giving up on people by no means. I still want to help people, but it's just it's just messed up. And everyone just thinks everything's a joke. Like, it's not. This is not like some reality TV type stuff. You know, once my mom dies, I don't really have anybody. You know, and the whole thing with, like, someone online, when they say things, like, I'm not trying to be rude, but it's hard for me to even believe it or even accept it, especially compliments, because of the way I've been treated, especially on and offline. Like, I can't trust anyone anymore. Like, trusting people is going to be hard for me because people portray themselves to be one way and then they're this whole other different person. It's like so messed up. Like, why would you lie to someone's face like that? You know, but there were signs. Like, you lied once, you're always gonna lie, right? Nah, that's crazy. And the craziest thing to me is the fact that, like, people literally just bring up the fact that she was in love with him. Well, so what? What does that matter? That doesn't mean he gets to treat her like a piece of garbage, right? People care more about their image. They care more about themselves. They care more about who they present to the world as than they do about treating other people with kindness. Because you can only go so far with your image before, you fall flat on your face. Like, it shouldn't be all about likes. It shouldn't be all about views. It shouldn't be all about your image and looking good and being with the best person. And it's so crazy to me. Like, I think he cared more about what people would think if he was with her, like if they were dating, more than he wanted to be seen with someone who, has the looks and who has it all, and who, it's just, looks only take you so far. Some people with the best looks sometimes have the horrible personalities, and sometimes even people who aren't conventionally attractive could be horrible human beings. I'm just saying. It goes both ways too. I'm just trying to Well, first of all, you shouldn't even be calling that person Tophiachu because they got a name, and I'm not going to tell you their name. And also, it is really rude. No one cut me off, and I'm not going to explain any situation because I was not dating anyone, nor, like, that's another thing. You assume I'm dating people, and then it ruins relationships. I'm not saying that I was friendships, okay? Friendships. Like, it's so weird. Don't assume. And I'm not. And if I was dating someone, I wasn't going to say anything anyways. That's not for the internet, because then what's going to happen? Like, what? Like, you got what you wanted. Enough is enough. My mom just sends me these random story things, and it's just so funny. Because she just sent me, I'm learning how to get around the house in a wheelchair. And I'm like, what the heck is this? I don't want to start a content house with Nova and Cyrex. I just, I've already accepted things. Nobody. I'm not dating anyone. Like, no, I should not date no one. Why do I act like I'm heartbroken? Only you do. Look, okay, like I said, there is a situation that is not a good situation. It's not a safe one. So obviously, I'm not saying I had a relationship, but if there was anything to tell you guys, I wouldn't tell you because it's not safe. Use your common sense. So why am I going to come online and tell you? Like, if you only knew the situation and what just recently happened, it's so messed up. It's... oh, God. I can't even process it. Well, actually, it's more than one situation. It's two things that happened at once. And it's trying to process that. Like... yeah, for safety reasons, I cannot say anything. Well, I could, but I choose not to because I'm choosing to be the bigger person and not bring stuff to the internet. No, but sometimes, well, not anymore, but if I get pushed to the brink, then that's when I'll start talking. But I'm not bringing it to the internet because, like I said, I'm being the bigger person. I already left it at, I'm not escalating things. I'm not going to talk about this person. I'm not going to say anything that happened. Nothing. Because I'm just going to be the bigger person and walk away. Oh, well, I couldn't talk today, so that's why. Would I ever try vegan food? I don't think I would like it. Happy birthday, Marlene. Why are you mad? Like, you're like, don't bring it up if you're not gonna say anything. You're like, weird. Well, you can ask questions, and you can hint, but, like, I can't. Well, it's because I really want to say, but it's just not right to be saying anything. I think people really need to know how messed up. Well, I don't have cricket, so... first of all, that's not what happened. Okay, block. You are blocked. Someone needs to turn your self-service off, girl. Goodbye. Like, go somewhere with your one eyebrow. Like, seriously. Who do you think you are, The Rock? To force me to be religious? First of all, it's my page. I can post whatever I want. No one has the right to tell me what I can and cannot post. Someone literally messaged me and said, didn't they tell you to post about Jesus? I could tell you to STF you, but, I can't cuss because I'm not allowed to. But when I leave this program, right, yeah, I can do certain things. I'm gonna leave this program and I'm gonna say whatever needs to be said. I'm tired of being silenced. I'm tired of not being speaking up. If something horrible happened to me, I can't say anything for my safety. And it's so crazy that I get victim shamed for anything that I speak up on that has happened to me. That is insane. I don't need people telling me what to do. I don't. Okay? You guys don't care about Jesus. You guys are not of Jesus, because if you were of God, you wouldn't be harassing someone. Let's be honest. Stop talking about religion. You really don't care about religion. You don't live by the Bible. You're not of the Bible. You're of the devil. You're demons. You're heathens. You literally, it's like, what do they say? I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. That's literally y'all. You want to sit here and talk about religion, but then you harass someone. Jesus did not harass someone. He actually forgave. And you're still holding grudges. You're still harassing someone, causing them to not have housing. You're harassing anyone that they make friends with. You make you literally, it's a whole thing, and I can't even talk about it because of certain reasons why. But I got blamed because of social media, and that affected me, and I had nothing to do with what happened. But because social media had labeled that person such, I got blamed. I don't understand. When people see me with someone, it's like, oh, you're automatically dating them. I'm not dating nobody. I don't have a relationship, and I don't have any relationships because of social media, because they never want to hold themselves accountable. So don't hold yourself accountable, I guess. It's weird. Is crazy. And to say that I deserve it, then you do not live by the Bible. Jesus does not walk around telling people they deserve what they get. Jesus is a caring person. Jesus is a loving person. Jesus literally does not discriminate, hate, or cause harm to people. And those of you who are sitting here saying, like, oh, pray for us, pray, pray, pray. Why am I going to pray for people that don't even live by the Bible? You probably don't even go to church on Sunday. You don't even go to Bible study. You sit here and you harass people. You're not living by the Bible. You're living by the devil. You're literally living the way that is going to drag you to hell. Yeah, but just because you're born of sin, yeah, but what does it say in the Bible? Just because you're born of sin does not mean you could keep committing a sin. God is not going to forgive you if you keep committing a sin. It does not matter. That does not equate to, oh, we can continue to keep harming people and keep doing what we do. God did not harm people. It's in the Bible. Like, would God be harassing someone online because of a mistake? Make that make sense. Do you really think God would be doing this? And God, just because God had a job, God would not be telling someone to go get a job. That's being hateful again. You don't really believe in Jesus, because if you believed in Jesus, you wouldn't be harming people. God did not live by that. God did not harass, harm people. God did not talk down on people. God did not treat people with disrespect. God did not lie to people. God was a very truthful, honest God. You know, some of you guys are weird. All I do is lie, okay, well, whatever. You want to sit here and talk about God, but you really don't do it. Mind you, listening to, okay, and you want to talk about this place that I'm at, you can't even listen to Chris Brown or any secular music. It has to be gospel music. If you listen to any type of the music that is trending on TikTok, then you're not of God. And you're living a life of sin. Yep. Hey guys, I don't know if anyone heard me, but I said I was gonna go to bed, but I was gonna address something. Some of y'all are stupid. Someone in the comment section of that Timu video was like, you don't really need anything. I'm not getting anything from Timu and saying you need to bury your brother. I'm getting paid to make an ad, dummy. That's why I made it. Like, what? They told me to literally film me getting a few items. Hello? I'm not buying items. I don't have money to buy those items. I'm getting paid. Like, I'm so sick and tired. I'm annoyed with people. Like, social media is so annoying. And I feel like you guys need to just delete your accounts first and see how it goes. Delete your account before I delete mine. Thank you. Like, get off the internet. Like, I'm so frustrated and annoyed. Like, go. Yes, I am getting paid for that ad. That's why it's literally marked. And even on YouTube, it says paid promotion. Yes, I am getting paid. I've been getting paid from Temu. Where have you been? Because it's $0 off items on select items. If you read the fine print, it'll tell you. But anyways, guys, I gotta go to bed. It's late. I'm tired. I haven't even heard Slater's new album. But no, I'm getting paid like I'm getting paid up to close to 3,000. I think it was 2,400 or something like that. But yeah, I've been getting paid in increments of $800. So yeah. But anyways, have a good day or night where you guys are. We'll see you guys later. I know I just got back on, but people couldn't hear me the last live. So I'm going to get off. Have a good day or night where you guys are. We'll see you guys later. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. Like, I need to go get some sleep. I got a big day ahead of me tomorrow. I got meetings with someone. So have a good day or night where you guys are, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.